I wanna be like him. Oh wait, I already am. But I bet you wanna be like me too, because who doesn't? Well, let's head back to the beginning. Unlike Dark Souls 3, where if you were to equip a greatbow you'd look like the biggest idiot in school, Dark Souls 2 greatbows are actually useful and really fun to use. But what makes Dark Souls 2 greatbows so different from their Dark Souls 3 counterparts? Well, Dark Souls 2 greatbows have different gimmicks. For example, the Alonne Greatbow has really fast roll speed, but deals a bit less damage. The twin-headed greatbow is the slowest, but deals massive damage. And the possessed armor greatbow has innate dark damage. The other thing that makes them even remotely useful is the fact that you can carry 1000 arrows of each type. Whereas in Dark Souls 3, where the amount of arrows you can carry is severely limited because Miyazaki worked on that game and he had to make sure it feels horrible, in Dark Souls 2 you can carry as much as you want. That means 1000 destructive great arrows and 1000 fire great arrows. Now if you can't kill someone with that, then perhaps you should consider selling your console and taking up potato farming. But I digress. Point is, you can use greatbows without having the red cross on speed dial. Unless you're going for long range snipes, you should use the Alonne Greatbow. It's also the greatbow I'll be using for this video. As for our arrows of choice, fire great arrows because of the AoE and destructive great arrows because they deal the most amount of damage. There's also a ton of bow enhancing gear. Unfortunately, most of that gear only enhances the range of arrows, which isn't well suited for bows, as bows are made for close range battle. And even then you have to be honest with yourself. I might be good enough to hit long range snipes, but you definitely aren't. What is useful though are the rings. The Ring of Blades does actually work on great bows, but most importantly, so does the Old Leo Ring. Old Leo Ring increases thrust weapons counterattack damage by 12.5%. And contrary to popular belief, and by contrary I mean the exact opposite because everybody knows about this, arrows do in fact count as thrusting weapons. And since it's easy to trade with great bows, the Leo Ring would be nice to have. You wanna equip those two rings, as for the other two, just go with whatever you usually go with. Most likely the third dragon ring and the Chlorantine ring, because they're not special. You could also equip the Hawk too, yeah. There is a risk of getting backstabbed, so you might wanna equip the Jester's robes or Ironclad armor. The thing about great bows is, people think they're made for long range fights, when in fact they're not. So they're gonna be rushing you 100% on the fight, which allows for easy parries. And since Dark Souls 2 is the only good game in the Souls series, you can get a great bow headshot off of parries. For that same reason, you can also get very easy trades. The great bow is the only weapon you really need, but just in case, carry an ice rapier with you. You can also carry an offhand parry too, like a parrying dagger or a buckler. There's a few tricks you can do with great bows, like shooting where your character isn't looking by aiming and shooting really fast, which is really useful as it gives people a false sense of security. There's also recovery cancelling, so you can escape faster. Use the bow to make people think you're defenseless up close and then obliterate them once they realize they've trapped themselves. That's really about it.